Some time ago, my wife and I moved our family into a new ward. Due to the growth of the ward and an undoubtedly very busy bishopric, I did not receive an assignment to serve for several months. At first, I enjoyed the break, but then I began to feel forgotten and underappreciated. One Sunday, after a temple recommend renewal interview, our bishop told my wife and I, "We have something coming for Brother Savage, and I promise we haven't forgotten about him." A few days later, I was called into the bishop's office and was extended a call to serve as the Scout Merit Badge Coordinator. I put the best smile I could on my face, accepted the call, and promised to do my best. As I left the building and got into my car, I was disappointed. My thoughts began to move between opposing views. On the one hand, I remember thinking to myself that the Lord knows me and the circumstances of my life, and if this is the assignment that He wanted me to do, then I'll do it. However, on the other hand, the internal negative dialogue was in high gear as I thought to myself, surely they need me to do more than this. I'm not proud of those feelings, but they're true. Inside, I felt dismissed, overlooked, and underestimated. Sometime later, during my reading the Book of Mormon, I came to a verse that profoundly affected me. The verse is in 1 Nephi 10, verse 8, where Lehi is describing the ministry of John the Baptist. Referencing the Savior, John speaks the following words: "Prepare ye the way of the Lord, and make his path straight. For there standeth one among you whom ye know not." I remember so clearly having a feeling pressed upon my mind and heart that Jesus knows exactly what it's like to be among his brethren while they have absolutely no clue about who he is and what he can do. Obviously, what you and I bring to the table does not even register compared to Jesus. But that's not the point. The point is that he always dealt with this dynamic. Always. Neely Maxwell observed, "Very often the talented, directive person becomes very impatient with clumsiness and mediocrity in other people. The talented person may also bridle under the supervision of someone whom he believes to be inferior to himself. But in a church of eagles and pigeons, people need to learn to follow as well as to lead. And there are times when pigeons temporarily lead eagles, and the eagle has a responsibility to learn from this experience, as does the pigeon." If ever there was a case of a pigeon presiding over an eagle, it was with Jesus. How many times did he attend his local synagogue and hear a sermon preached by someone less capable of declaring his word? The word preached to the word? Yet this was the experience of Jesus. So infinitely capable, but content to live in near anonymity among his brethren. For a majority of his life, Jesus was only known as the carpenter's son. His potential, his premortal works, glory, and mission were not known. Yet he suffered it to be so now. He was content to be categorized and underutilized, as it were, until his mission had come. If ever there existed a greater disparity, a situation of someone feeling unrecognized in their potential and unmaximized, it was Jesus of Nazareth.